So I'm making a start on this poster, this commission. So yeah, I'm just going to try and continue with like a Sharpie marker and get all these dark details in. I'm going to like darken a lot of the skull and then try and pick out sort of like highlights with like a white pen and things like that, and mix and match between the thin ink pens, which I always do, and just see how this goes. I've left like space because there's going to be, you know, a lot of writing at the top, which I'm going to work out last. I've got about 12 hours to do this, so I've sort of like left it last minute, but that's always the case. Anyway, I'm going to get on with this. So whilst I'm drawing or inking and doing a bit of this, I want to talk about pricing your art commissions. Now this is something that I've thought a lot about, especially the past year or so, where I've sort of trying to make like a serious stab at being an illustrator and selling my artwork and things like that. So the main points that I want to try and get through is what I'm sort of figuring out and what I've gathered from other artists and things like that. Is the first thing is to decide what you're worth. This comes down to maybe setting an hourly rate, or factoring in like the cost of materials, equipment, you know, parts and labour sort of thing. But I like I've sort of set myself a basic starting wage of like £10 an hour. That could increase in time, but I'm happy with that at the moment, you know, particularly as I haven't got like a really good portfolio of work at the moment to show off. I've got some ideas about promoting my work and things like that, but I'll talk about that in another video. But like pricing your art, I think it's always down to how much time you spend on your artwork, because I can spend hours and hours on some pieces, and I still, you know, I may not finish, you know, the pieces of artwork. So there is that. Also, like I've sort of, particularly with these commissions you just get out the blue, like through email or something, I think it always is best to like charge like an upfront deposit or something before you actually start on the work, because some people have this sort of misconception of you're doing a drawing for free and you're happy with that sort of thing. Like you know, you're gonna live on fresh air and just the thrill of giving someone a drawing for free. It's like a privilege or something, you know. Well, it sounds daft, but it always happens. But no, you gotta earn some money, but you know, especially if you're taking this sort of serious, like I have been the last few years. Yeah, I'm just going over setting lines with a pencil just to, you know, add more detail before I ink on this. Also, you got to decide how you're gonna present your, you know, commission proposal sort of thing. Whether you're going to be on multiple sites or just like a Facebook post or something like that. I do a lot of both. I'd post things on Facebook or Twitter, little statuses here and there. I'm on a site called Fiverr, which, you know, brings in a little bit extra money here and there, but it can be a bit irritating, that site, setting customers. But other customers are pretty decent, so you just gotta experiment with it, I think. You know, there's probably other similar sites, but I only deal with Fiverr at the moment, so that's what I do. Also, when you're sort of starting out, it's best to have like some kind of bullshit radar, because you can you know, the longer you go on, you can sort of sense where you're not going to get paid, or you're going to have like a customer who's going to like demand, you know, more of your time, and maybe try and squeeze the money down or no money at all. So you can usually sort of sense them people, you know. On Fiverr, I can, if people do like a really long description of the drawing they want, I usually just decline the offer, you know, the request or whatever, because I just know it's going to be trouble, you know, that they want specifics, you know, design that's going to take far too much time, you know, out of my sort of busy schedule. So I just cancel. I don't accept. It's best to just understand that them sort of things will happen, and try and stop it before you actually start it, and then realise you've made a mistake. So yeah, learn to have like a bullshit radar, and like sense when them dodgy customers are about to try and rip you off or something like that. Also, like, try not to undersell your artwork. I've done this in the past, and I ain't been too pleased with myself, if you know, when I've done that, because I've realised I could have charged a bit, you know, a little bit more, and you know, it can sort of get you down when you're working on a piece for, say, like a couple of hours, and then you undersell yourself because you want it to sell, but then you could have charged, I don't know, 20-30 quid more, and someone would have bought it if you just promoted it a bit more, or you know, if you know where to sell and things like that. I'm starting to try and sell things on eBay. Not doing too bad, but I used to sell things ages ago, but it was only the odd drawing here and there. It wasn't really sort of similar, you know, to now really, but I think it's best if you have quite a few options to sell, commissions, and I think you can do like a commission type listing on eBay, you know, as long as you're clear on the description of your what you offer and things like that. So I've seen other artists do that. So being confident in your abilities also is a good sort of indicator, and it helps you just like know your worth as well, with your artwork and pricing it and things like that. I mean, if you're confident in your artwork and you think it looks great, then you're more likely to make a good sale with it, or work out a good pricing structure for prints and other stuff. So it's about just being confident in your art, but that comes with time. I was never confident in my work, say, when I started this YouTube channel, and that's reflected in the artwork really. It was really quick artwork, not as well thought out. I wasn't really confident in it. I knew that I liked drawing, but my artwork wasn't as good back then as it is now. You know, I've got more experience in working and drawing and things like that, so it's helped me more really to become confident and that. Also, like, if you don't really compare yourself to other artists, you know, like, because it can get you down a bit, especially if professional artists will be a lot better because they've either had the training or they've self-taught themselves over a certain amount of years or something like that. But that also helps. Comparing yourself to other artists, it can help with pricing your work, sort of understanding your place. You know, maybe you might think that your work's not up to scratch, but it's still good enough to sell. You know, then you can work out a pricing structure according to what other artists sell their work at. So I often compare myself to other artists, you know, in my techniques and stuff like that, but then I shouldn't really, because there are some fantastic artists out there, or even better than me, but I'm just still learning still. So, but I could still, well, I have sold artwork, but you know, stuff will sell if you market it to the right people. So there is that. Also, I'm going to test out this little theory of actually trying to do some work for free, but not like to like small sort of markets. I was thinking about these larger Instagram pages. Maybe they like promote like a band or something, and they might have thousands of followers or something. And if I did like a free piece of artwork for them, maybe that I might get more work through that, you know, doing that free piece of artwork. I may not, but it's something worth thinking about. I've been thinking about it because I draw this stuff daily anyway, so if I was to just like draw a piece of artwork like this and then just say or message these pages or Instagram sort of pages and say you can have this as long as I get credit for it, and just say that I've created this piece of artwork, and do like you give something for free, and then they'll like promote, you know, that you as the artist probably, and it might bring in more sales, it might not, but it's worth doing. Also, pricing art prints and things like that. If you're printing them out yourself, you've got to think about the costs of printer ink and all that, you know, obvious stuff which some people just overlook for some reason, but you got to factor, you know, like business costs, or if you're outsourcing to like a print shop or something, then there's a cost of whatever they charge as well, so you got to factor that into your prices as well. Surprisingly, a lot of people, you know, even though it's like illustration work, like commission based, something like that, some artists don't treat it like a proper business, and you know, I'm sort of guilty of that as well, like probably not thinking of this as a proper business when it actually is, you know, and it should be. But yeah, so you got to factor them costs. I'm thinking of doing like art prints myself eventually when I get around to it, but for now I may have to outsource or just use like some print on demand sites. I've got some of my work on Society 6, Zazzle, some on Cafe Press, but I don't really bother with that anymore. Just don't like the site. But yeah, you just get like a small cut of the commissions. But I say the money to be made on them print on demand sites is in bulk items like business cards and greeting cards, things like that. Or if people are going to buy not just one t-shirt but a stack of them, really. So there is sort of commissions to be made there, so I wouldn't discount that. Like Zazzle, I still use that. I still upload bits of artwork here and there. I need to upload more, but it's just working on different things. I mean, I'm sort of like working on different things, and I'm like spreading myself too thin, even still. Even though I did a video not so long ago about spreading yourself thick instead of thin. But yeah, I'm trying to change my mindset a bit more and sort of know my worth, really. That's the most important thing when you're pricing your commissions. Never undersell. I mean, you will, if you do the free, working for free, to get, you know, some exposure, that is underselling yourself, but still you're like offering a service for, in return, bits of promotion anyway, so it's like you're getting something out of it. If you can just work out the best sort of high trafficked pages that fit your artwork, like Facebook pages or groups or Instagram pages or something like that. So I think it's best if you just experiment with it, and if it doesn't work out for you, then you don't have to do it anymore. It's entirely up to you. But I'm gonna try and do some, you know, things like that. Not all the time, maybe like a handful a week, and just see. So I can draw these black and white artworks quite quick, really. I mean, I'm taking my time on this one, but you know, even though I've got like 11 hours something to finish this. But yeah, so knowing your worth is really the most important thing when pricing your art commissions. Yeah, I'm going to get on with this off camera, and yeah, I'm just going to leave that there. Today's art vlog. Hopefully I've tried to give a bit of insight into how I price my art commissions, but I will be increasing my hourly rate the more work I get out there, because obviously, like, you might create more demand for your artwork if I, you know, increase followers and things like that. Who knows? So it's just about knowing your worth. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers now.